Whenever I come across an article like this in Singapore, what to do when right-sizing from a condo to an HDB flat in 2025, these thoughts come into my mind. Downgrade, say downgrade lah. Use right-sizing, such an overdressed fancy term for what? Think about this. If money is not a concern, why would anybody want to downgrade from a condo to a HDB or from a bigger apartment to a smaller apartment for no apparent reason? And I personally do not agree with this idea of right sizing, especially in your retirement years. If you have worked for a good 40-45 years of your life, you mean to say after committing half of your lifetime to work, you don't deserve better? You don't deserve to at least maintain the same lifestyle that you had 10-20 years ago, and forcing you to downgrade is like a very natural part of the process? I'd like to say something that might ruffle a few feathers, but I'm going to say it anyway. To me, the key reason why people need to right size and downgrade their properties so that they have more money for their retirement is due to this: poor retirement planning. The reasons why people have poor retirement planning is due to these 4 factors. The first one is they have inflated their lifestyle too much, such that they lose track of what they are spending on. They don't even know that they cannot afford to spend on certain things. The second one is poor savings rate. They don't save enough money and have a very poor percentage savings versus what they earned. The third one is their poor money habits, poor financial literacy. And the fourth one is they don't know how to invest at all. For many who have not planned properly for retirement and are forced to right-size their houses is due to a mindset of instant gratification, which means enjoy first, worry later. And guess what? When later comes during your retirement years, you realize that you have to pay the price. Hi there, I'm John, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. In case you're new to this channel, my wife Fran and I have been early retired since 2020. First in Singapore, and in 2022 we shifted over to Penang, Malaysia. And recently we just shifted back to Singapore. And on this channel, we strongly advocate financial literacy because that is the core, the essence of getting financial independence. And that's so important for everybody to know. And for our case, because we follow the concept of cash flow and increasing our cash flow month by month, year by year, we believe in looking forward to more and more spectacular retirement years ahead. As always, we'll appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to join this channel so that we can create more videos like this for you. There was a recent article that talked about a 22-year-old Swedish person who said that he feels grateful to live in Singapore and baffled by why so many Singaporeans want to leave the country. While this article has received a lot of backlash from Singaporeans, I'd like to weigh in on this from a retirement standpoint. If Singaporeans are escaping Singapore because they cannot afford the cost of living in Singapore, to countries, neighboring countries such as Malaysia, Indonesia or Thailand for example, so that because the cost of living is lower there, I would say that's a terrible reason to want to leave the country. And that's actually an escapism kind of attitude, isn't it? I'm not saying that every Singaporean who have a reason to want to leave the country is because they are looking for a lower cost of living somewhere else. I'm not saying that. But what I'm referring to is if your reason for wanting to leave Singapore is due to a push factor, because the cost of living in Singapore is too high, because you cannot stand certain things about Singapore, that's a very, very bad reason to want to leave Singapore versus if you're looking at a pull factor. For example, you want to live in Thailand, which is beautiful, a lot of natural resources, a lot of natural landscape, you can enjoy a lower cost of living, yes, but also the food culturally is different and you want to experience that. As a Singaporean, that's totally different. It's the same as quitting the rat race. If you are in your corporate job and you hate it and you want to quit the rat race because you hate your job, that is not a very compelling reason to want to leave the rat race. Instead, you should be looking at the pull factors on the other side. What you can have if you do leave the rat race, for example, for family, you can spend more time with your family, you can go and travel, you can go and chase your passions. That is a very different reason. So again, back to the context of today's video, right sizing, downgrading your property. If you are pushed into a corner and you have no choice but to downgrade your house because you need the money for your retirement, that poor retirement decision is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. I'd like to invite you to do a check-in on your current lifestyle. Let me provide you an example. Let's say you are 35 years old and you want to take a vacation to London and you decided to fly there via business class, whether with miles point or whatever other credit card hacks, but nonetheless you're flying by business class. The question to ask yourself is, at 70 years old, do you have the same ability, the same income to be able to still fly business class? And if your answer is no, or you don't have an idea, then my next question to you is, what business do you have flying business class? Another example for you, owning a car in Singapore that can cost you between 2 to 3, even 4,000 per month when you throw everything in. Well, if you cannot afford a car in your retirement years, then what business do you have owning a car right now in your working years? In Singapore, we have an awesome public transport system, and for everybody, you actually don't need a car. But if you do choose to spend that 2, 3, 4,000 a month on your car and you don't pivot that as savings for your retirement, then I will attribute that to poor retirement planning. I'm pretty sure for many of you, your instant gratification attitude will help you to justify your spend, whether it's on a car, the business class ticket, or on the Michelin star restaurant, whatever reason that can be used to justify for you to enjoy it right now, you will pay the price later if you don't plan properly. In other words, your future you actually cannot afford your current lifestyle. And whatever current lifestyle that you're enjoying right now, you're pushing that money problem to the future you. In essence, whatever I've just described is actually the concept of bad debt and liabilities. I'd like to raise an important point here. Financial accountability is an individual's responsibility, just like your personal health. If you want to enjoy your lifestyle right now and pay the price later, do it with open eyes. Don't enjoy now and complain or regret later. At the end of the day, if you want to enjoy a spectacular retirement, put in your shift early. Work hard in your earlier years, sow the seeds, and allow the fruits of your labor to come to fruition and enjoy the harvest later. If you'd like to work together with us, with Fran and myself, we conduct free masterclasses 1 to 2 times a month where we advocate financial literacy, we talk about breaking out the rat race, early retirement, and much more. I'll put it in the link below so you can join our mailing list for our upcoming Zoom webinars. Every single masterclass is unique because each topic that we cover is different. The last topic that we covered last weekend was on the slacker path to financial freedom. If you have missed the last masterclass, come join us for our next masterclass. The topic, why does early retirement seem like a pipe dream to many, conducted on the 12th of April on a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Singapore time. Remember guys, don't allow societal norms to dictate how you should live your life. Don't settle for less. Always ask for more. And that's how everybody should live their lives. I hope this video has been enlightening. I'm John, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple, signing off. Do hit the like button, subscribe, and join our channel so that we can create more content like this for you. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.